Hey friends, it's Dan Brzezowski from allaboutminibikes.com. Hope you're all doing well. I know I am. Come back from a vacation that we had. We went to Pigeon Forge, took the mother-in-law and siblings and stuff like that, and had a great 4 days out there. And anyway, so I've been away for a bit, and I'm trying to get caught up on some stuff. And one of the things I wanted to catch up on or talk about was this was a Ramjet. And mini bikes and issues that people can have with them or what you had. And when we were a kid, we had the Ramjet and the Trailjet, and my brother had the Trailjet and I had the Ramjet, which are basically the same thing, just a different name. The Ramjet so-called came with the lights, although my Ramjet did not have lights on it. And two issues we always had when we were kids were that these held on the muffler, the exhaust, these screws, they always came out. I mean, no matter what we did, they always came out. We'd put lock washers, we'd do everything, and they'd always come out. Now with this one, I have not had the issue, but I had noticed a crack in there, and I took the muffler, gave it to somebody to weld it, and I said, "Now you got to be really careful when you weld it." I said, "You know, because I can't get any more, and you don't want to break it." Well, they come back, said it was good. And it took me about a week to get it on, and I found out they must have broke it, because it does not line up where it should anymore on this, on the top bracket that holds it to it. So I'm going to have to do some type, I'm going to have to make some type of apparatus, something here to give that hold, to give that support. Now so far I've done this and been okay. Okay, so now the issue that my brother was having that I haven't had, but I didn't tighten the screws on my air cleaner. Remember I told you I rebuilt the carb and it worked fine, and I didn't tighten the screws very well. Actually did one tight, not the other, and they both vibrated off somewhere, and they're out on one of the streets here. So my brother had some, and he went and he got some screws for me, but the problem that I always had with it, I don't know how I did it when I was a kid. All I can think is I had really little hands. But this screw, you got one that goes down there in the very bottom, right? But you can't even get a snub nose screwdriver down there. And if you can, it's always at an angle because the air filter casing itself gets in the way. But you can see how close it is to the fender here. There's like no room. And it even looks like there's more room from here, but there's not. There is absolutely no room in there. So I don't know how in the heck we did it as a kid. I don't know what we did. We were magic or something. But so I got the screws, and I'm like, well, this is crappy. It still couldn't get on because it was too hard. So what I did was I went back and I got these real little Allen head. Let's see if I can get this in here. Yeah, a little dark. But I got Allen head screw is what I did. And the reason why I did that is because I'll get this top one in here, and I got them slightly longer too than the ones that were in there, just slightly, and it doesn't matter because there's nothing behind there, you know, so it's not like it's going into the motor somewhere and could actually cause damage by pushing it into something else, or being too long and stripping something out because there's nothing behind it. Let's see if I can get this bottom one whilst I'm holding this. Let's try this here. And I don't care what mini bike you've ever had, car, anything. And this is really hard to do with my left hand holding this. You know that? Let's try this one more time. This might be one of the most boring videos you ever watched in your life. But hey, everybody's doing this in your garage, right? You're working on something and you're just doing it, and see if I can get that to go. And I did. So now the difference, I'll do this all a little later for perfection. I don't have a filter in there right now. Let's see how I get this to fit on there. Now it'll be really easy for me with the Allen wrench to get, I'm slipping up on the top. It's still gonna fall off for me because it's not tight. But I'll be able to get the Allen wrench in there. What did I do with it? Let's see. It's right here. Right size. I'll be able to get it down in here and actually turn it at it, get it in there sideways and turn it at an angle. I don't know if it'll fit in this way. Yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway. That'd be in the way. But I'll actually be able to get in there and get it at an angle. But I'll probably get it from the other side, because the other side would be easier to do. Yeah, I'll be able to get it in through this side, through the opposite end. There'll be a little bit more room. But the reason I'm doing this video, just talking about everyday stuff that you run into or problems you have, and you cannot get these exhaust pipes anywhere. Hey, if you know where I can get one, get a hold of me, because I would get another one actually for this. But they're very, very hard to come by now. And I haven't seen any. And I'm just going to have to do some kind of rigging on here. Fabricate something to go on there to get that a hold. Now, I haven't had a problem with mine loosening up, but I know over time, the way these things vibrate, that eventually it's going to give me a problem. In a nutshell, that's all I wanted to talk about, was some little things like that. Everybody's had a mini bike and something goes wrong with it all the time. Either something always gets loose or something wears out faster than something else does. You know that always happens. And it just so happened that on these Rams, the biggest issue happened to be those screws that held the exhaust on and getting down into this here. Another really issue, that because this is not, I don't know what somebody did to this. This was all chrome. So the originals, which these are the fenders, I can tell, but they must have been rusty and they shot some kind of silver paint or something. And it's the same thing with the gas tank. I may end up getting it chromed. I really don't know what I'm going to do on that. I thought about it, but they wanted $300 and some just to do the tank, if I recall right. That was before COVID. We've got a really good place here that does it. But another, there was a kid in our neighborhood, and he had a Ramjet, I think it was, but they must have made a smaller version on there, is what they did. And he had a smaller version, and anyway, it was all chrome. And I remember the kid, he was younger than us. He must have went to do and put his hand on there, and that was all it took for it to just, the whole hand would just blister. And I know we'd once in a while do something to hit it hot. The second you hit it, forget it. You had a big water blister there that was just huge. So, and those are painful as could be, I remember. But anyway, so that's my video about mini bikes and things that go wrong with them. And I know every bike does, I could take a look at it. I could tell you what goes wrong with the Motovox. There, I can tell you with the cart there, what goes the matter with that. That's always a carb getting something in it. For whatever reason, I don't know why the carbs on there always catch something in it, and you're pulling them off and cleaning them, which is not easy to do, because you got to dig to get that out of there. And Motovox is basically the clutch, and then sometimes just the tightening with the chain. And again, hey, here's a funny one for you though. We knew nothing about mini bikes. And it would die on us, so we didn't know what it was. We said, we know we have enough gas, and we'd pull off the top, and it all of a sudden we'd hear this big whoof, and then run for a while and quit. We couldn't figure it out. I know it sounds stupid now, but when you're 11 or some 12, the on or off, we didn't know it, and it would be in the off position, so there was no air. And if it was in the on position, I guess we just got lucky or something. These are just some little things that happen when you're young and you're just figuring stuff out, and there's no one there telling it to you, But anyway, watching and listening to me ramble about mini bikes and what I'm doing. And, you guys might be interested in this. So I was telling you, we're building the frames. We got a new fabricator. And the only thing that he did not have was the die for that size tubing. So this die just literally came in while I was on vacation. I got to scoot it on over there to him, and so we can get bending that new frame. But this is the one we needed for the tubing that we're using. So this bad boy here was, with tax, over $200, which I'm not going to say it's bad or it's good. It's well worth it. It's heavy tooling. That's for doggone sure. Anyway, so I just thought I'd let you know what's going on with that. And so, hear it all about mini bikes. That's what's happening. Nothing more. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, reply, whatever. Got comments, questions, answer them. And hopefully we'll get a lot more content out there. And hopefully it'll be with that new mini bike frame. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends about us. And be good.